So, did you see how the stock market reacted after the budget announcement? It was like a roller coaster, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there were definitely some major moves. Some sectors really popped, and it's all tied to the government's new plans.
Right. Like it seems like they're really pushing for increased consumption, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. One of the biggest moves was increasing the income tax exemption. That's going to put more money directly into people's pockets.
So, like, how does that translate into stock gains? I mean, who benefits from this?
Well, think about it. People have more disposable income. They're likely to spend it. So, consumer goods and FMCG stocks are likely to benefit from that increased spending.
Okay, that makes sense. So, what kind of companies are we talking about here?
We're looking at companies that produce everyday items, from food to personal care. Think of it as a ripple effect. The more people spend, the better these companies do.
So, like, what about things like cars? I mean, people might buy more cars with more money, right?
You're spot on. The budget changes also gave a boost to auto stocks, especially entry level ones. That tax break helps a lot of people to afford them. It's like if you have 20% more pocket change, you're more likely to upgrade your old car.
Okay, so more than just FMCG, what about larger purchases like appliances and stuff?
Yes, consumer durable stocks like Dixon Technologies and Whirlpool, they're also expected to gain because people are more likely to buy new fridges or TVs, with the extra cash.
Okay, that's a lot of sectors already. So, what was the buzz with insurance companies? They were up too, right?
Yes, the government actually raised the foreign direct investment limit in insurance to 100%. That's a big deal, attracting more investment, which should help these companies expand.
Right. So, more investment means those companies like HDFC Life and SBI Life can grow even more. So, what else was in there?
Well, the government also wants to strengthen the fisheries sector, especially in places like Andaman and Nicobar.
Oh, okay. So, like more support for fishermen, right?
Precisely. And they're also continuing those Kisan credit cards, making it easier for farmers, fishermen, and dairy farmers to get short term loans.
Right. So, it's a pretty broad set of initiatives. What about healthcare?
Actually, there were some plans to promote medical tourism and the Heal in India initiative with streamlined visa norms. This will help boost demand for medical services here.
Oh, attracting people to come to India for healthcare.
Exactly. And that also involves collaboration with private sector hospitals.
Now, what about the agricultural sector? I mean, were there any key points that could lead to some stock gains?
Yes, they announced plans to enhance pulse production. So, agriculture stocks related to seeds and agrochemicals like Kaveri Seed Company should be in focus.
So, better seeds and better agricultural technology leading to more gains, right?
Right. And they're launching a national mission on high yield seeds and even a dedicated Mahana board to boost production.
Okay, so that's like a direct push for agricultural output. Anything else in particular that stood out?
Actually, yes, green energy stocks will be in focus too because the government wants to build a robust ecosystem for solar, photovoltaic cells and grid batteries.
Okay, that's like a big push for clean energy, which I guess is a good thing.
Absolutely. Companies like Wari Energies and Suzlon Energy could see some benefits from that as the push for clean energy intensifies.
And textile stocks, I heard they were up too.
Yeah, the government announced a 5-year mission for cotton farmers to improve productivity. So, textile companies like Ambika Cotton Mill will be in the spotlight.
So it's like support for the entire supply chain from cotton all the way up to textiles, right?
Exactly. And that's the key to seeing the gains. Oh, and also, this is a great time to remind everyone to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We will keep you updated with all the changes happening.
Right. So, what else? Any other sectors that the government focused on?
Well, there's also the extension of the Jal Jeevan mission. That's great for water and wastewater management companies, so like Concord Enviro and VA Tech Vabag.
Okay, so water management companies can expect growth too. I mean, this budget seems like it's trying to touch on everything.
It really is. It's like a puzzle, all these pieces fitting together to drive economic growth through multiple sectors.
So I guess the main theme is that if consumption goes up and sectors get supported, these companies will perform well.
Exactly. It's a plan to boost the economy from the ground up. It's like priming the pump. If you have the money, you'll spend it and the whole economy will benefit.
Right. So a combination of policies from tax cuts to industry support. This is a lot to take in.
It is. I mean, there are so many different sectors impacted, and it's important to remember that any investment decisions should be made with the help of experts. Disclaimer: we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions.
Yeah, you are right. So, what do you think the long-term effects are going to be?
Well, if these measures work, we should see a significant increase in economic activity and growth across these sectors. It's like building a house with many rooms, and the more rooms you finish, the stronger the whole house becomes.
So, it's like all these sectors working in tandem. What else did you find interesting in all of this?
Well, it's clear that they are trying to create a broad based economic stimulus, not just focusing on one area. It's a multi pronged approach, and that's pretty interesting.
Right, they're really trying to spread the wealth, so to speak, across all these sectors. So, a sort of diversification strategy for the economy.
I guess you could say that. It's like making sure that all the wheels of the economic machine are turning smoothly.
Okay, so what are your final thoughts on all this? I mean, what is your takeaway from the budget?
Well, the budget certainly has potential to significantly boost the Indian economy, but it will be crucial to see how effectively these measures are implemented and how well people actually respond to them.
Right. So lots of potential gains, but also some uncertainties about implementation. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out, right?
Absolutely. It's a complex interplay of policies. Let's keep a close eye on how these sectors react in the coming months and discuss again.